Hello, all. Welcome to the castle. Today, we are going to be talking about the full review of Wednesday. Now, for those of you that are watching, this is going to have some spoilers, but there's no way you could spoil this travesty of a show. That being said, let's get the good stuff out of the way. And I have the cast because I don't want to try. I'm going to try to pronounce the names as right as I can. The two bright spots in this show is Gina Ortega. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and I apologize. She does Wednesday pretty well. I was impressed with her. She acted it pretty straightforward. Maybe a little too much, but I'm willing to let that slide. The other bright spot, which was Morticia Addams, Kathleen Zeta Jones, which she is just absolutely gorgeous, and even though she weren't Morticia, I still let it slide because she's hot. Toxic male, just saying. Anyway, let's pull that down. The rest of the cast, I'm not even going to look into it. I don't care. None of them was really that good. Fester is, don't know who he is. I don't care. It wasn't Fester. I don't know who he was trying to be, but I mean, he got the look right, maybe. Gomez, I like the guy that plays him, but I don't know. He does a terrible job because that wasn't Gomez. I mean, and the thing's a hand. I mean, anyway, this show is super, and I do mean super woke. I'm every episode, bare minimum 5 times. They just bring stuff up absolutely out of nowhere. Climate change, not joking. The patriarchy, the male gaze, privilege, you name it. I'm talking every episode. And while, especially in the middle, about episodes 4, 5, and 6, right in there are times that this show almost pulls you in because the premise isn't bad. The deduction is pretty good. Wednesday isn't a complete Mary Sue. She's just about that far from being. She makes mistakes and does stuff like that. They just can't help themselves, and they just pull victory from defeat. And it's usually, unfortunately, Wednesday pointing out the travesty of whatever woke condition that they're trying to virtue signal for. It's horrible. The show is girl boss and then some. The men are inconsequential. They're just there to be a convenient love interest. And nobody has seemed to pick up on this, and maybe they have. I'm not saying there isn't somebody out there that hasn't had the same thought process I have. The show's allegory is literally you have Monster High, and that's what it's ripped off. I don't care what anybody else says. And don't ask me how I know that. They're what they're referred to in the show as outcast. And who they are is the LGBTQBDD, what all that other stuff community. And then you have what you call the normies on this side. And the normies are the heterosexual, straight, white male. Because there ain't nobody else in that town full of normies any other color. It should be standing out in broad open daylight for anybody that's paying attention. But there may be some regular average people that watch this show that it's not going to jump out in front of. But anyway, it's the show. Like I said, especially the Tim Burton directed episodes, they're particularly good as far as this series goes. But they're, oh god, it's so bad. All in all, if you have not watched this show, I'm sorry, do not waste your time. If you are a Addams Family OG and you grew up watching Addams Family, and I never thought I would live to see the day where I said the movies make this show look like trash. I mean, this makes the movies look like masterpiece, and that's saying something. I'm an old school Addams Family. I enjoyed the movies for what they were. They were okay, but they were not the original Addams Family. And it's hard to replace that cast anyway, as far as I'm concerned. All in all, I want to give this show, the entire series, a 3 out of 10. But it does manage to make a 4 out of 10 for one reason and one reason only. Kathleen Zeta Jones. Wow. She's worth a point. I'm okay with that. And that's all I've got to say about it. Tell me what you think. Have you seen the show? What do you think about it? Let me know. If you think I'm wrong, please, by all means, tell me. And that's all I've got to say about it. See you guys next video.